Yo everyone, it's Sam here. Welcome back to Season with Schumi on F1 2006. As you saw last time, things didn't get off to the best of starts. We're going to have a look at the points table now then to see how things look after the first race, and honestly it's not looking too great because of course we had a nice and easy win in the bag, and then Fisichella decided to brake test us and Renault got a rather undeserved 1-2 finish. So yeah, we're right down the bottom of the standings then after that first race. See a few other big names there such as Montoya and Barrichello didn't score points either. We're going to jump straight into Q1 though. You can see things didn't get off to the best of the starts this weekend. We were down in 21st place with only a few seconds left to qualifying, and coming across the line then we did get a good time in. We were second there, so yeah, we managed to salvage it just about at the end, but yeah, things were looking pretty risky straight from the start here. See, there's pretty normal Q1. Just a cool thug going out was a bit of a surprise. They end to Q2 then, and hoping to get through a bit more convincingly this time. And not a lot happening in this session. You're about to see one moment though where, well, things could have gone so badly wrong. So we're heading through. Can't remember what corner number this is, but just the under brake in the rear end snapped, and there's a save of the Sentry there. I'm going to look at a replay of it now. But yeah, this corner is so difficult, and this is one thing I do like about the handling in this game, is that it's so easy for the car to snap under braking, and that's kind of what makes it so challenging to play, I guess. But you see we're only 11th at this point because of those mistakes we were having, and we crossed the line here then. It's only 9th at this stage, but and we didn't actually improve on that, but luckily no one else improved, so yeah, we actually got through then. Our teammate is through as well then, so it's the first time this season that we've had both cars in the top 10, and yeah, into Q3 then we're hoping for a bit higher than 9th, because I mean, as you know, Malaysia is a track I do like. If you've been around my channel for a while now, you should know that. But yeah, here's our first run then in qualifying. We were actually the first to set a time, so of course we're going to cross the line now to take the original pole position. As you can probably guess, we're not going to stay there though, because it's not really a great lap, and you can see later on we were down in 8th place behind quite a few people, although Felipe Massa, our teammate, up in 2nd, so looking very good for him. But we want to join him up there, and you can see that well, our best lap didn't come until after the session had finished, and I was down in 9th at this stage, so I really wanted improvement here. Montoya on pole for McLaren. He was another person who didn't score points in the first race, so yeah, I was sort of competing with him here to try and get back into the championship. You can see I kind of messed up the final corner there, but we're coming to the line now, and it's going to be, we're about to find out, it's 4th on the grid then, alongside our teammate. And yeah, that's not bad then. We got our brother behind us as well, I noticed. And yes, Montoya on pole with the championship leader in 2nd place, and Fisichella there in 6th, so he's, I guess you could say he's safe out of our way. So we're going to go to the grid now then, and we're just looking, well, just confirming the full grid order then as we head through the pack. And yeah, you can see there the Toros, so getting through into Q2 of Scott Speed, which, well, you wouldn't really expect that. And Coulthard there down in 18th. We saw him in the top 10 last time, so that's a bit of a surprise there. And what a great time that is from EJ there in 22nd place. Well done, UG. But yeah, that's the grid then for this Malaysian Grand Prix. Let's hope it goes well. So, well, I don't think it can go much worse than Bahrain, but we will see as we got the lights coming on now in Malaysia. And we're away, and it wasn't the best of starts there for us, but not in the first phase anyway, but the second phase is very good. We're in the slipstream with Alonso. It looks like we've already got Massa here, but we're on the inside line then, once again, like we were in Bahrain, but we just can't quite pull it off. But we have got ourselves ahead of our teammates, so that's crucial at least, and we're up into 3rd place now behind Montoya and Alonso, so very good start for us there. Unfortunately I was having some problems here. Of course my PS2 controller is quite old, so yeah, it's not like the best condition, and the R2 button sticks a little bit, so sometimes when you're changing up it just won't do it, and that can be so frustrating. You kind of saw a little bit as we were heading through turn 3, it just wasn't shifting up, and it did hold me back a little bit at the start. But yeah, here we are then on lap 3, not much happening in the first couple of laps, but here at the final corner we do get a very good run on Alonso. The AI for some reason just go really slowly out at the final corner. I was trying to go a bit slowly out there myself just to make it a bit fairer. But you can see I'm right in the slipstream now of Alonso on the inside into turn 1. And I'm up and into second place, and that's crucial seeing as we need to get back these points that we lost in Bahrain. And I think we are going to have a look at a replay of that pass now. You can see in the final corner we really weren't that close, but then on the exit we just caught right up to him. And in the slipstream all the way down the pit straight, then you can see, and just tucking in, waiting for that moment to pull out, and just hope that we could make it stick down the inside. He did take quite a wide sweeping line. I thought he might try and cut back underneath, but there you can see happening behind us, Kimi Räikkönen out of the race with an engine failure. So it's not looking like a very good start to the season for McLaren. They've already lost Montoya in the first race, and now Räikkönen out in Malaysia. But we're going to skip to lap 12, and we're going to see here that Montoya is actually pitting pretty early. So very similar to what Alonso did in Bahrain, and that could play into our hands once again here, of course, as long as we don't get caught up in any instance this time. You can see I've still got another 5 laps of fuel on board, so yeah, it's playing into my hands nicely. There's a few more pitted, and we were actually running 1-2 here at this stage with Massa. But we come in now at the end of lap 16. I think my pit laps were pretty much the same as they were in Bahrain, in fact, as we come in and just hoping for a good stop. I mean, as I said, my R2 button on my controller wasn't working very well, and of course you need the R2 button to do these pit stops, and you can't set them to automatically, unfortunately. You saw there a little bit that the right rear was kind of slow, but it should still be a decent stop here. It's 8.1, which isn't bad. I think that's around about the times that the AI pit stops are, so I guess it's not too bad for us there. We've had a decent stop, and Montoya then was in traffic and right ahead of him, in fact. So we're up, well, we're in P3 at this stage, but we're ahead of Montoya, and that's crucial really, because of course he was the net leader, of course. And skipping now a couple more laps, Massa stayed up till lap 20. In fact, Fisichella had already pitted at this stage. So yeah, we take the lead now then, and Massa's going to rejoin back in the field in around about 4th or 5th, I believe. And yeah, we've actually got a really comfortable advantage at this stage, 5.6 over Montoya. So it looks like we've got it in control at the minute then, as I said. Well, yeah, as I said before, Malaysia, a track I like a lot, so was looking to do very well here. And yeah, it's a rather dull second stint, has to be said, because yeah, we're skipping to the pit stop, and well, that was on lap 26, is about 10 laps later, and literally nothing happened in that second stint, I have to say. And yeah, should be another straightforward pit stop, providing we don't have any problems with the rear tyre again. But you know, you can see it's like clockwork this time. It's gone very well, 7.5 in fact, so very good stop for us there, and it should get us back out in the net lead. I mean, we probably won't be in first place on the track, as yeah, Massa and Fisichella have gone through again. Montoya and Alonso went for the early stops once again. So yeah, right into third place at this stage then. And I think we're going to skip now to when they pit. Well, when Massa pits at least. I've been skipping out Fisichella's pit stops just to, you know, save a bit of time in the video. And yeah, Massa in the pits then, and I'm back into the lead at this stage with just under half the race to go. You know, I can't really say because the screen's a little bit blurry there, but yeah, just under half the race to go then. We've got a nice comfortable lead. We're going to see here on the replay then that Massa rejoined, and he's ahead of the 2 Renaults then. So it's looking like a double podium for Ferrari at this stage, as we see around the same time as that Jenson Button, another big name at the race. But yeah, it's looking like it could be a Ferrari 1-2 in this race, or at least a Ferrari double podium. So it's going pretty well here as we come in for our final stop once again. An instant free stint, luckily. No slow moving Super Aguris this time to affect our third stint. And in we come then for what should be our final pit stop in this race, just to get that fuel in to the end, and a fresh set of boots, of course. The Bridgestone tyres, it doesn't matter a whole lot about the tyres, but yeah, of course you have to change them. Well, the game makes you change them. I mean, you can stay out on the same tyres. Well, the rules, never mind. The game makes you change tyres, that's all I'm trying to say there. But there was no rule back then that you had to use like 2 sets of tyres, because I was using soft tyres the whole time during this, so yeah. and we actually rejoined the lead and we're ahead of Massa and Fisichella this time. I actually did think about letting Massa go here to see if he could pull away a bit and maybe get that undercut and come out in second, but he wasn't really close enough to me there, so I decided to leave it. But unfortunately, when he does make his pit stop, he rejoins down in 5th place, so it didn't work out for him in the end, unfortunately. It doesn't look like we're going to have that Ferrari double podium, but yeah, we're going to skip to the final lap. Unfortunately, this wasn't really an entertaining race just because of just how quick I was. It was actually surprising to myself, really. I mean, I know that Sepang's a track that I enjoy a lot, and I certainly did very well on it in the Codemasters games, but yeah, here I really wasn't expecting to do this well, and it came as quite a surprise to see that I was this far ahead of the rest of the field, and I guess it did kind of set up for a rather uninteresting race. But we're going to cross the line then to make up for the dismal Bahrain, and we've got our first 10 points on the board, so that's a very good result for us there. And there's the final results then, miles ahead of Montoya in the end. I really don't know how that happened, but yeah, Alonso in 3rd, Fisichella 4th, Massa only 5th in the end, Barrichello 6th. The double points finish for the Toyotas again. As we look further down, Button and Raikkonen were the only retirements in that race, and that's the second race in a row then that Honda and McLaren have had DNF. But you can see here that's what it's done for the standings. We're up to 3rd, Massa's up to 5th, but it's still the 2 Renaults at the front. We're only 6 points behind them though, so we should be able to close that back down pretty easily as we're looking through the rest of the rest of the field, that is, with the drivers. Yep, and there's constructor points for this race. Ferrari scoring the most, and that puts them back up to 2nd place then, ahead of Toyota and also back ahead of Honda. And McLaren up to 4th then with that good result from Montoya. And yeah, that pretty much rounds up episode 2 of Season with Schumi. So if you've enjoyed it, leave a like. I mean, it wasn't the greatest of races as we watched the podium ceremony, the best part of the Sony games. And yeah, I'll see you next time for Australia. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.